stay relational. Don't be so event-driven. We're not just trying to get people to attend something. We're trying to reach people. The mission of our church is not trying to get as many people through the door so we can have a high attendance number. The mission of our church is leading people into a growing relationship with Jesus. Hey, church family, welcome to the Castleview Baptist Podcast. And wow, we just came off of an amazing Easter weekend. Good Friday services were great. What an amazing thing to be able to stop and just think about the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. And there's something special about being able to go into the entire weekend and just have that full picture of when we get to Easter Sunday morning and the resurrection, we've already been thinking about the crucifixion, what Jesus went through on our behalf. Just a fantastic weekend. And I just want to stop for a moment and thank each one of you. I'm thankful for every volunteer, every person, every greeter, every usher, every nursery worker, children's worker, sound. I mean, there were so many people that did so much to make this weekend a truly never to forget weekend. We had a number of people trust Christ. We had great musicians and great music, and just a really, really banner day in the life of our church. And I want to thank another special group here as well. Many of you invited people to come to church. And we know the stats. We know that 80-some% of people have said in polling that if they were invited to church, they would come. And many of you found that that is true. And we had numbers of guests. I mean, we had every time you turned around, there was somebody you had never met before, someone you hadn't seen. And so thank you for working so hard in inviting neighbors and friends and coworkers and all of that. And this morning, for just a moment on the podcast, I wanted to talk about this idea. What's next? Maybe your guest came to the service. Okay, what do I do with that now? How do I cultivate the relationship? How do I follow up with that? And maybe your guest did not come to the service. Maybe the person that you invited many times, for whatever reason, just didn't show up. And so I want to talk about, what do you do with these two individuals, one that came or one that didn't come? What do I do with these individuals? And how can we cultivate relationships so that we can move into the future? And here's the first thing that I want to say about guests. Easter is not the finish line when it comes to guests. Easter's the starting point. You say, well, mine actually came. They were here for the services. They got to hear the music. They sang. They heard the message. Maybe they responded some way. They didn't respond. I want you to know this. Easter's not the finish line. Just because they visited the church with you when they were there with you, it's not over with them. That is actually the starting point with them. So what do we do with this individual now that they were there? And here's something very important I want you to hear. What we do after an invitation is often much more important than the invitation itself. Okay, so somebody came to church with you this weekend. Here's the first thing I would encourage you to do with your guests. Do not start with pressure. Start with gratitude. Now, sometimes we want to jump right in with, hey, thanks for being there. We got a service this weekend, and I want you to be back this weekend. Or we got this men's thing going on Tuesday night. I want you to be back at this men's thing. Here's the things we have going on. Listen, don't start with the pressure. I would follow up with them, whether it's a personal conversation, maybe it's a text message sometime this week, and I would just stop and take a few minutes and express your appreciation. Let them know how thankful that you were that they joined you for the service. Maybe there was some highlight. Maybe there's something that was funny that happened. Maybe you had lunch together, coffee together, whatever. Let them know that. Hey, listen, thank you so much for being our guest. I just want you to know it really, truly meant the world to our family to have you sitting with us, to have this meal together, whatever. Let them know that it meant a lot to have them at that service. That's it. No pressure, no immediate follow-up with now you've got to do this thing, no pressure to make a decision. You're not forcing anything. You're just acknowledging that they took a step and that to you, that step mattered. The second thing I want you to realize is when we had someone that joined us for that service, not just don't pressure them. Second, ask them simple, open questions. Now, this is really good with a personal conversation. The first thing you want to do is let them know, hey, thank you for coming. Thanks for being my guest. Thank you for being there. Well, now you're at work, or now you're in the neighborhood, and you've got this family member that came and visited with you, and now you're sitting at a meal. Don't pressure them with theological discussions. Just simply ask them some questions. Nothing that's going to be too deep, nothing that's going to be intimidating. Questions like this: hey, what did you think about the service? That's a very open-ended question. They will probably have something that they will say. Hey, really enjoyed the friendliness of the church. Hey, I really enjoyed meeting this person or that family member you introduced me to. Hey, I really enjoyed the music, or boy, this stood out. Just ask them that question. Hey, what did you think about the service? Another question might be this: did anything stand out to you about the service? And maybe just depending on their interest level, or maybe how much they're talking to you, I love this question. Have you ever heard the Easter story explained that way? Now, that's a little bit of a deeper question than how did you enjoy the service? And by the way, if you feel like they're kind of shutting it down and they don't really want to talk about it, you don't have to really get any further than that. But if you're talking with somebody and they say, man, we really loved it. It was really good. We really had a great time. Hey, thanks for inviting us. Hey, let me ask you a follow-up question. Have you ever heard the Easter story explained the way that you heard it explained at church? And then just listen. Listen to what they say. Yeah, you know what? We have, and boy, we believe the same thing. And I went to church, and I grew up that way. Or, I never have. I've never heard about Jesus. I never maybe really connected all these dots. Listen enough so that now you can begin to follow up with some follow-up questions and be able to give them some information. You don't have to feel like you have to have something to say. You don't have to answer every theological question. You don't have to get into a really long discussion, but sometimes just listening and then doing your best to answer those questions the best way that you know how. So A, do not pressure. B, ask some questions. And third, I would just simply say this: look for some open doors and don't force doors open. Okay. As they're talking, you may sense some confusion, questions they have. Look for some open doors to answer them. You may sense some conviction, something stuck with them about something. Look to encourage them or maybe answer some questions for them. When you hear things coming from your guest, gently respond. Don't feel like you have to preach a message or a sermon. Just ask the Lord to help you to know exactly what to say. Walk through the doors naturally that the Lord opens up through that person's conversation. And then the fourth thing, and this is super easy: if you had a guest come with you, the first visit is super important, but I would say the second visit is even more important than the first. The second time you're comfortable, you understand kind of what's happening in the service, there's some kind of interest. The second visit is really, really important. So the fourth thing I would say is invite them back naturally. Doesn't have to be awkward. Just say something like this: hey, thanks so much for being with us. You've already thanked them for it. Maybe you've let a few days pass. Hey, we got church again this weekend. Really had a great time with you guys. Would love to have you back this weekend. You can sit with us, or we usually sit together. You're always welcome to join us. The second visit is even more important than the first visit. So don't hesitate to invite them back again. And I want to say something along these lines. Keep the relationship going. Don't make the mistake of inviting someone without investing in their life on a regular basis. Be sure to make this more relational than it is transactional. You know what I mean by that? Sometimes it's transactional. Hey, I want you to do this thing for me. I want you to come out and be a part of this. My church is having this, and I'm doing my duty to invite you to come and be at this. No, you want to make it relational. People right now are looking for authentic relationships like never before. And so make this investing time a super relational time. Go and spend time outside of church with them. Invite them to coffee. Have a meal together. Go to their kids' play. Help them move. I mean, whatever you need to do. And by the way, don't make it that, well, I'm going to do this because I want something from them. Truly seek to have an authentic relationship with these individuals. We say this at church. Oftentimes, the vehicle that carries a person to Jesus is love, an authentic relationship for an individual. And let me say it like this: discipleship rarely happens in a single moment. Discipleship happens over time. And so grab a coffee sometime this week, send a quick note sometime this week, follow up sometime this week, have a conversation with that person that is not a pressure conversation, but an open invitation to just enjoy a conversation about what they experienced over the weekend. Now, maybe you're listening right now and you say, well, that's great for all of those that had their guests show up. My guests did not show up. I mean, they said they were going to be there, that they told me they were going to come. Listen, I had people that told me they were going to be at the service, and they were not at the service. And I want to talk about this other side as well. And so let me help you, first of all, with this. The first thing you need to understand is don't make it weird. Okay, when you see them next time, don't, hey, man, I saved some seats for you. Where were you? Hey, you told me you were going to be there and you didn't show up. Don't make it weird. You can say something like this: hey, listen, missed you on Sunday. No worries. I get it. Things come up. Think about this for just a minute. To you, you are a churchgoer. You're faithful at church. It's part of the natural rhythm of your life. It's important to you. And Easter is the big day on the calendar for a believer. Well, you're inviting people that this is not a natural part of their rhythm, and they have other priorities in life. We want to get them to a place where Jesus is their priority, but at this point, they've got other priorities in their life. And so you don't need to give them guilt. Don't give them pressure. Don't be awkward. Don't make them feel bad for not showing up. Don't make it awkward for them. The second thing you're going to do with this, so first, no awkwardness, no guilt. The second thing is just assume the best. Don't immediately think, well, they're not interested. Well, they said they were going to come, they didn't come. Well, they don't really want to. No, the reality is life happens. And it's not the priority of their life to be there. Many times when you invite someone and they don't show up, it's not that it's rejection, it's just life. It's just we had a sick child waking up that morning. We had a busy Saturday afternoon. We've got a busy week coming up. Again, it's not their priority, so they have other things they're thinking about. So don't take it as rejection. Just take it as, listen, sometimes life gets in the way and they have different priorities. Third thing I want you to do if your guest did not come, keep the door wide open. Hey, just let them know, hey, no worries. I'm going to be back on Sunday. This is another great Sunday. I'd love to have you back, or maybe next week works better for you. Or, hey, listen, you just let me know. I'd love to have you any time that you can make it. And I want them to feel like that they matter more than the event matters. And I think the way we communicate with people feel this. They kind of get, well, do they just want me to come and be a part of this because it's their duty? Or no, I really honestly feel like they care about what I think. And so this goes along with the fourth thing that I want to say to you, that if you invited someone that did not make it, stay relational. Don't be so event driven. We're not just trying to get people to attend something. We're trying to reach people. The mission of our church is not trying to get as many people through the door so we can have a high attendance number. The mission of our church is leading people into a growing relationship with Jesus. That's the whole idea. We want to introduce as many people to Jesus as we possibly can. So whether your guests came to the service whether they didn't come to the service, in your mind right now, you've got to be thinking, I want to connect this person into a relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ. Hey, church, thank you for working so incredibly hard this weekend. I know that so many of you invited people out, and I know that many of them came. Hey, take the win. Thank God for it. Praise the Lord. Follow up with that person. Don't make it pressure or any of that. Just have a good conversation with them. Invite them back. Maybe your guest didn't make it. Don't make it weird. Don't put the pressure on them. Just continue to seek a relationship so that you can help somebody authentically feel from someone from a church that they're cared for, they're loved. It's not about the event, it's about them as a person, and that you really want to help connect them to something that they need in their life. And we want to fulfill that mission together, lead people into a growing relationship with Jesus. Church family, thank you so much. What a great weekend, a banner weekend for our church. Let's make sure, if we haven't yet this week, let's reach out today to those guests that made it, to those guests that didn't make it, and let's really work hard to do life with them so we can reach them with the gospel. Thanks for listening today. We will see you again next week.